welcome back to Good Day Stateline. Summer is always the perfect time to set up a play date for your kids, but you don't want those play dates to stress you out. Our friend Jeanine Bobenmeyer from theCityMoms is back. She's gonna tell us how to set up the perfect summer play date this year. Hey Jeanine.
Hi, good morning, how are you?
I'm great, thanks for being with us. So I know that you're gonna break down the do's and don'ts for play dates, kind of by age, right?
A little bit by age, but
Okay.
really, I think there's some great general tips too to keep in mind when we're planning those play dates for the summer. You know, you said it, it's such a fun time to get outside and enjoy those parks and playgrounds. And we're really starting to see a lot of city moms kind of poke their head out of that winter hibernation finally. So great time to refresh ourselves on some of those top tips. We've got them on the blog and I'm sharing 3 of them with you today.
All right, so what are we gonna start with?
Well, the first one is probably one of the most important. It's to manage the expectations of your playdate attendees up front. So, you know, all of these age levels of kids, whether it's the babies, it's the toddlers, it's the preschoolers, it's the school-age kids, they're all coming with their own nuances, things like nap time, feeding schedules, and, you know, sometimes mom just needs a rest too. So when you arrive, don't be shy. Make sure you're telling your hosts or even maybe letting your guests know if you're hosting what some of those things are for the day. You know, just state it up front to everyone that's in attendance. Things like Emma is cluster feeding right now, so I might need to nurse her a few times this morning, or even like Connor didn't sleep well last night. I might pull him away for some one-on-one time just for a couple minutes this morning. And this just helps explain any absences or distractions. And you know what? All parents have been there. It might also lead to some support from others.
You know, I feel like that's a great tip for playdates, but it's also just like a great tip for life in general. I forget who I was talking to somebody this weekend about expectations, and like we all have them about everything. So if we would tell each other, things would be better.
Yeah, exactly. You're totally right.
All right, what's your second tip for us tonight?
Okay, so the second one is if you are planning a play date in a public location, make sure that you are checking their website, their social media, even calling ahead so that you have all of those must-knows before you go. I know here in Indianapolis, our Children's Museum had a mask mandate in place actually for quite some time. And now they even still recommend that you bring a mask with you. So that's one of those things that you want to know before you go. Some other locations might still have some of those lingering rules from the pandemic, things like a capacity limitation, or even are requiring advanced reservations. So it's just better to be prepared. Make sure that you're doing a quick sweep of the website or their social channels. And like I said, even just call their customer service line.
That's a very good tip. Okay, so what is number 3 for tonight?
Number 3 is to be mindful of illness. You know, we're all coming out of kind of that wariness of COVID, but it's also so common for kids to bring home things from daycare or school, like infections. I mean, hand, foot, and mouth is not a fun one.
No.
Or even just the common cold. So in this era of COVID wariness, just be safe and cancel rather than be sorry and infectious. And just be mindful of what you might be bringing into that play date.
Such a good tip. I had hand, foot, and mouth disease as an adult like a couple years ago.
Oh no, it is the worst as an adult.
Quite gross. I had it as a kid too, so who knows? I don't know how that works. Maybe it was like still in me. I don't know, I'm not a doctor. But I do know that nobody wants to be sick. So if you are sick, just reschedule. There's plenty of summer left.
Yes, you're totally right. You're absolutely right.
Well, I know you have so much more for us on your blog. So where can we get that information, and how often do you guys actually create new content to share with everybody?
Yeah, we've got daily content going out on our channels. thecitymoms.org/blog is a great spot to just land. And if you happen to be driving through the state of Indiana anytime this summer, we have a top water parks in Indiana guide that's out on the website right now. Lots of great places that you can plan like a quick day trip to, including a huge one that's in Carmel, Indiana, the Monon Community Center Water Park. So check it out there.
Yeah, it's an awesome idea. Indiana, I mean, it's not that close, but it's not that far from us either. We're just on the other side of Illinois.
Yeah, it's such a great day trip, definitely.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight, Jeanine.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. I'll see you soon.
Bye. We'll be right back with Bygone Brand Throwback Thursday.